As our trip to Tenerife was nearing its end, I was already very happy with the 2 astrophotography trips I'd done to Mount Teide. But that snow-covered peak did look very tempting from our hotel. It was our last day with the rental car, so we headed to the west coast for a road trip. Even if calling it a road was kind of a stretch at times. We ended up in the beautiful town of Garachico, where there are natural pools where you can swim in the ocean. When we were driving home, we saw this breathtaking view of the snow-covered southwest slopes of Mount Teide. So I decided I just had to go up there one last time. As you might remember from part 2, I was freezing. So I decided to level up.
Hi everyone. Well, as you can see, I'm on my way up to Mount Teide again, and I'm really hoping to get lucky this time with the conditions and the weather and everything. It's about 10:45 p.m. at the moment, so I'm going up a bit later than the last 2 times. I'm wearing a full-on bamboo undergarment and some wool, and I'm sweating already because it's about 22 degrees down here, but I suspect that it will be only a few degrees above freezing when I get up there. So I didn't want to start off by being really cold, so I thought I would prepare first before going up. So, fingers crossed, let's see if this one will be the best of the bunch. See you in a while. The funny thing about this vacation is that I wasn't even planning on bringing any gear for astrophotography at all. But then I changed my mind. So thank you, Paul, for giving me that push in the right direction. And the link to Paul's channel is in the description, and I highly suggest you go and watch some of his content as well. I'm passing the Roques de Garcia now, and the temperature outside is -2.5 degrees. I have about 10 minutes drive left until I reach my planned final destination for tonight.
So this is the place I was hoping to do. There is actually quite a lot of people here, and they have their cars running and the lights turned on, but I'm hoping they will leave kind of soon because it sounds like they are. Look at this. What a place. What a landscape. Oops. It's slippery enough. Someone just turned on headlights, and I don't know where. Maybe this wasn't the best location anyway, after all. You will see why in a little while. Okay, now they turned off their headlights again. I think I'm gonna try for this. I like the look of the snow and those mountains with the Milky Way and Orion. So I'm setting up the AstroTrack now. I think some of the people are leaving, but a few of them are left, and they are, believe it or not, doing sleigh rides on the snow. Grown adults. We are on Tenerife, where snow is not something you see every day. Okay, so let's see if we can do some polar alignment here in the snow. We have Cassiopeia and the Big Dipper, and then we have the North Star. That looks good enough to me. So Polaris is in the reticule now, and this time I did not forget to bring my Move Shoot Move rotating base. Okay, so now I've got the polar alignment. I'm just going to put the camera on there as well and do some fine-tuning or adjustment. Lots of levers to tighten. And one final look into the polar finder. You should always do a fine-tuning after you place your camera on the mount, because otherwise there will be problems. Okay, so I've got the Canon 6D going now, the Astro modified camera with the 24mm lens, doing 30-second exposures at ISO 1600 f2. It's tricky with these people coming here to basically do winter sports at the place where I wanted to have some dark sky photography. But you know, that's life as an astrophotographer. I mean, you can never expect to be alone in nature. I mean, I can't blame them for having fun. It's, like I said, it's very unusual for this place to have snow. So who am I to blame them, right? Here you can see them having fun in the snow. Let's try with the filter here first. Luckily I don't have to use a dew heater, but I could have used something to polish my lens with. Anyway, let's try with the H-alpha filter here. Let's see if it's as much of a hassle as last time. I had a really hard time getting this filter on. There we go, I think it went a lot better this time. I need my other remote because I want to do longer exposures. So I'm hoping to do 2-minute exposures. Well, it turned out my remote didn't want to cooperate, so I had to settle for short H-alpha exposures. I really need a new remote. But here are a few of the images I captured.
After I finished with Orion, I drove back to the Roques de Garcia by Mount Teide for what turned out to be my favorite images of the entire trip.
Okay, so I'm back at Mount Teide now, or the Roques de Garcia, I should say. There was just too much people on the other place. So I thought I would set up the AstroTrack. Not really sure yet what I will do with that one, but I think I will do a time-lapse sequence with the R6, just shooting the top of Mount Teide to get a nice time-lapse and maybe even make a star trail out of that one. So I'm just going to do a quick setup here. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible with my setup so that I can get some nice results. Finally, the last of the cars have driven away here from Roques de Garcia, so I'm trying to get a clean foreground shot now. This is getting so frosty, everything is getting frosty. But you can see these wonderful bushes here in the foreground with the frost glimmering in them, so I think this makes for an even better foreground than any of the other times I've been here. Yeah, this is really nice. So 30 seconds, ISO 6400 and f2.2 or 2.5. Okay, no cars, 30 seconds, keeping my fingers crossed. Wow, that was a really cool meteor. Okay, so now I'm doing my final round of images here at Roques de Garcia, and as I said before, I'm doing a time-lapse with the Canon R6 and the 50mm lens of just the top of Mount Teide. Maybe I can even make it into a Star Trails image. And then I've done some tracked shots with the modified Canon 6D on the AstroTrack and the Samyang 24mm lens. As you can see, it's really cold now. It was -3 when I got here. It might be even colder now, and I'm wearing 6 layers of clothes, but I'm still shaking with cold because I'm just standing still. So it's going to be really nice to get away from here when I'm finished, but this has been such a fantastic night. There is no wind at all, maybe a little bit of haze and light pollution that comes with that, but compared to last time with the wind, this is just beautiful. So I'm so happy I took the chance to get this third time up here. And I really hope that the images turned out great as well. So I'm wrapping up now. Oh wow, everything is covered in frost now, but not the lens. I have to show you this. Look at this poor camera. Frost, tripod frost, remote frost, everything's frost. But the lens is fine. Do you believe me now when I say it was really cold here? Look at all this stuff. I have to pack up really quick now and get going. As I said, a totally fantastic night. So I hope you will stick around to watch the final images and time lapses, and it would really help me out if you would
give this video a like and subscribe to my channel because it's free. And you could also share the video and leave a comment. That would help me out very much. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. This trip had come to an end, but I hope you will follow all of my other adventures on this channel. Make sure to also watch part 1 and part 2 from this trip. See you next time!